The movie starts with Spencer, a detective from Boston, and his partner Driscoll going to Captain John Boylan's house. When they arrive, Spencer sees that Boylan seems drunk, and Boylan's wife seems to be injured from an accident. In court, Spencer talks about his investigation into Boylan's possible role in Gloria Wisniewski's murder. He describes going to Boylan's house. The situation gets intense as Spencer attacks Boylan, saying he had good reason. Spencer has almost finished serving his 5-year prison sentence. While in jail, he meets Squeeb, who has connections to a group of white supremacists. They give Spencer a warning in a fight before he's let go from prison. After his release, Spencer's friend Henry and his ex-girlfriend Sissy pick him up. They use Henry's car to go to his new home, where his dog Pearl lives with a man named Hawk. Spencer feels sad because Pearl seems to like Hawk more than him. Later, Boylan is driving and talking on the phone with his daughter. He passes by a bus station and keeps going. Suddenly, a truck hits him, and some people wearing hoods come out of the shadows. They attack him badly while his daughter listens, scared. The attack happens while the girl is watching. The attackers blame Boylan for telling someone about what they do. Then, one of them uses a big knife to hurt him. The next morning, when Nurse Letitia gets home, she finds out that her husband, Detective Terrence, has been shot in the head while he was sitting in the driver's seat of his car. Letitia is very sad, crying a lot, and people passing by try to make her feel better. More and more people find out what happened to Boylan quickly. When Spencer becomes the main person suspected, Driscoll and another investigator visit him at home to make sure he doesn't have an excuse for the crime. Luckily, Spencer can prove very clearly that he wasn't there when Boylan was killed. Even though Spencer now works as a truck driver, the other police officers don't like him and are sure he had something to do with the murder. Terrence might have been involved in the crime, and the media says he killed himself because he felt guilty. This makes Spencer very upset. Spencer feels really sad about these things. When he sees Letitia upset on TV, he decides to try and solve the mystery by himself. He goes to see Letitia because he knew Terrence and knew he was an honest police officer. Letitia tells him that the cops who looked at the place knew exactly where drugs were hidden. She also says the last time anyone saw Terrence, he was with Boylan, going into a pub. Spencer goes to a bar where cops hang out. He talks to another detective who might know if Terrence had any connection with Boylan. Spencer says sorry for how he treated Boylan. But soon after, cops loyal to Boylan come in, attack Spencer and throw him out. Not bothered, Spencer goes to a nearby store, buys footage from a security camera showing Terrence and Boylan talking outside the bar. At Spencer's house, Hawk helps him keep an eye on the footage. Spencer goes to the crime scene to look for any lost evidence. Then he goes to a gym to meet Driscoll, who denies being at the crime scene. But Spencer is suspicious because he found a toothpick at the scene, and Driscoll is known for always having one in his mouth. Later on, Spencer and Hawk share a meal together, but the protagonist's mood takes a turn for the worse when he sees his former flame Sissy at the restaurant. Sissy follows Spencer into the restroom, where the two of them have a fleeting intimate encounter. During their conversation, Sissy brings up an earlier pregnancy worry that she had, and she mentions that he had promised to help with it. On the other hand, they are of the same opinion that it is for the best that it did not take place. As they are leaving the restaurant, Spencer and Hawk spot the identical Corvette that had been captured on the surveillance camera. In his pursuit of the vehicle on foot, Spencer is mauled by a guard dog as he cuts across the yard of a house. Despite this, Hawk is successful in locating the license plate number, and Spencer is able to obtain information from the DMV, exerting pressure on the clerk. They make the discovery that the vehicle's registration is in the name of a member of the Irish gang tracksuit. The name is Charlie Bentwood. While keeping an eye on what's going on in the outside world, Spencer, Hawk, and Henry watch Bentwood have a massage. Spencer reflects on his personal experience with Boylan and Gloria Wisniewski when he was younger. In the past, Spencer would clear the snow from Gloria's mother's porch. In addition, Gloria fought gentrification in the Bentwood neighborhood as an activist herself. In the end, Bentwood was dispatched to intimidate her, but she showed no sign of giving in. After some time had passed, she discovered that her cat had been tied to the door. And after a few days had passed, Spencer discovered her lifeless body inside the trunk. It was up to him to tell Gloria's mother about the terrible accident that had occurred. After viewing the surveillance camera of the thugs murdering Gloria, Spencer discovered that Boylan had been sitting on the case and became furious when Boylan evaded confrontation. This led to Spencer attacking Boylan at his home. Meanwhile, Hawk defaces the Corvette in an attempt to enrage Bentwood. They continue to monitor Bentwood for several days until 2 FBI agents warn Spencer to stop his investigation. Spencer pays a visit to Squeeb while he is recovering in the hospital, in the hopes of gaining additional information that would assist, and convinces Squeeb to comply, showing him footage of Hawk on a date with Squeeb's girlfriend, which Henry is shooting. Squeeb first refuses to comply, but Spencer is able to win him over. Wonderland, the vital word, is divulged by Squeeb at long last. Spencer and Hawk make the discovery, with the assistance of a journalist named Wayne Cosgrove, that Wonderland is actually a gambling scam that is being run by corrupt police officers and a group of criminals. When Spencer visits the area to investigate, he is confronted by 2 members of the gang, and he is eventually forced to retreat from the situation. The funeral for Boylan is conducted with the highest level of military honors, as is customary for a law enforcement officer. The funeral for Terry, on the other hand, is held in a much more low-key manner, and only very close friends and family members are there. Elsewhere, Driscoll and his associate Macklin are discussing a sensitive topic, as there is a possibility of an undesirable situation arising that could lead to exposure. Spencer visits a restaurant where he is recognized by the Trinitarius gang, who launch a brutal attack on him with machetes. He is able to defend himself and repel the assailants until Hawk arrives in a car to assist him. Knowing that the Trinitarius are now aware of his identity and may target him, Spencer chooses to conceal Pearl and Hawk with Sissy for their protection. Later, he pays a visit to Letitia's house after it has been vandalized, and she gives him an audio tape that Terrence had maintained between himself and Boylan. The tape proves Boylan was a corrupt cop, and that Bentwood, Macklin, and Driscoll were all implicated in his illicit operations. It also reveals that Driscoll was the one who made the fatal blow. Spencer, fueled by an unwavering commitment to justice, delivers the audio evidence to the FBI, hoping it would be enough to bring down the slippery Driscoll. Unfortunately, the feds find the evidence lacking, leaving Spencer no choice but to take matters into his own hands. With determination etched across his face, he tracks down the elusive Bentwood, a man with crucial information about a narcotics shipment destined for the enigmatic Wonderland. The interrogation is nothing short of brutal, but Bentwood eventually cracks, revealing the shipment's impending arrival. Time is of the essence, and Spencer and his steadfast partner Hawk waste no time in locating the truck. A high-speed chase ensues, leading to a heart-pounding showdown on the road. 2 bad guys meet their end, and a secret stash is found. Just then, Driscoll's scary voice breaks through the chaos, showing he's part of it all, and chillingly taking Henry, Spencer's close pal. The clock starts ticking, making Spencer rush to meet up in Wonderland within an hour. With a strong purpose, Spencer and Hawk set out on a determined mission to free Henry, powered by a fire that won't die out. With things more serious than ever, they use a vehicle like a battering ram, crashing into the criminals' cars. The fight that follows is a whirlwind of punches, bullets, and sheer determination, ending in a big showdown between Spencer and Driscoll. It's a battle of smarts and determination. And though Driscoll almost wins, Spencer's strong will wins out. In a moment of making up for past mistakes, Spencer avoids using the same mean tactics Driscoll used against Boylan. Choosing not to stoop to his enemy's level, Driscoll is caught, but Spencer keeps his integrity. With the law closing in on Driscoll and his corrupt pals, they leave the crooked cops to their fate, leaving behind solid evidence. Finally, Terrence gets the justice he deserved, with a hero's funeral and a scholarship for his son. After Spencer, Hawk, Henry, and Terrence won a tough battle, they celebrated with a nice dinner, feeling proud of their win. But then Spencer saw on the news that a fire chief got arrested, even though he said he didn't do anything wrong. This made Spencer realize that there's still a lot of work to do to make things right. Henry and Sissy felt that this meant there might be another tough case coming up. This made them think that Spencer's fight for fairness wasn't over yet. The end. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. See you in the next video.